Tokyo is overrated. I said it.
Sushi overrated.
First, overrated is the idea of how clean Japan is.
Mucha gente me va a odiar por lo que voy a decir, pero para mí el sushi está sobrevalorado.
I've had the fried rice, it all tastes mid, bro. It's not good.
It's what someone with zero taste buds would say.
Across the board, I like Japan is one of, if not the most amazing places I've ever been. Somehow, it's still underhyped.
How about the convenience store food? Fuck me, dude.
Like, it kills me. Japan is fun. How about you help us make it awesome?
お前らこんにちは。海外の反応を届けるゴリラ通信だ。日本の文化や食べ物が世界で人気になってるが、今回はちょっと物騒なテーマだ。日本は本当に過大評価なのか、それとも過小評価されてるのか、これ海外でめちゃくちゃ意見が割れて論争になってるらしい。日本の人気に真っ向から噛みつく否定派が現れてな。清潔っていうほどか。寿司も別に普通だろ。東京とか過大評価もいいとこ。そこに黙っちゃいられない肯定派が反論してくる。ちゃんと日本に行ったことある。レアップで語らないで。同じ国に行って同じ飯を食ってるはずなのに評価が真っ二つに割れる。こんな国も珍しいよな。各 UI は母ちゃんと口喧嘩して気まずくなっても最終的に飯で釣られて毎回ワイが謝って終わるんだよな。てなわけで今回は日本をめぐって勃発した海外ネキニキたちのナチ討論をたっぷり紹介していくぜ。それじゃあ行ってみよう。ラウンド1ファイ。
ゴリをたまにチャンネル登録よろしく。
Is Japan overhyped or underhyped?
まずは第1ラウンド。日本は過大評価か過小評価か。両者一歩も譲らねえ絶戦から見ていこう。
Can't be that amazing. I hate has to be too much.
First city that I visited was Tokyo. Was a clean version of Manhattan. Overpopulated. The way it was insane. Tokyo wasn't it for me.
I've been lucky to have gone to Japan 4 or 5 times. I think whatever you're looking for, you can find it there. Really good place to be. Everyone should go to Japan.
I know so many people who have gone, so many people from there. They all across the board are like Japan is one of, if not the most amazing places I've ever been. Somehow, it's still underhyped.
Tokyo is overrated. I said it. What are you gonna do about it? Don't get me wrong. I would go again 10 times, hands down. But I feel like the hype about Tokyo, I'm not talking about Japan, I'm just talking about Tokyo, is over. And Anna, when I went there, I was expecting to see something in another dimension and like crazy stuff everywhere. But actually, Tokyo is pretty chill. It's a mix of London and New York City, but just what they have in the stores there is nicer. And one thing that stood out for me in Tokyo is the mix of villages in the city. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
First steps on Japanese soil. Look guys, the board, everything works here. There's no ceiling tiles falling off. It's not like Iraq or Turkey or India. Everything works here. Everything's nice. It's objectively the best country in the world. Look, everyone's so polite. No one's pushing past each other.
First, overrated is the idea of how clean Japan is. Yes, it is incredibly clean, especially considering there are no garbage cans ever. But I feel like there's this notion that you could eat off the ground here in Japan, and that's just not the case. Overrated is how orderly the country is. The trains run on time to a minute, to a dot. And things are very precise, but there is no order when it comes to walking on sidewalks here.
It's overhyped. I just spent 3 weeks in Japan. I was a little disappointed. I got really, really sick. On like the 3rd day of our trip, I had food poisoning or the virus that's currently going around Japan, and it really stuffed me up with our food for the entire trip. I luckily was on the 3rd day and I got better after a couple of days, but I really was mindful of
楽しみにしてた旅が体調で台無しになる絶望な。ワイも旅先で腹壊して旅の記憶全部無礼になったことあるぜ。
For the rest of the trip, we really struggled with the food.
こっちの2期は日本に詳しいからってマウントを取る外国人に物申してるみたいだ。
That lived in Japan or lives in Japan, and he's gonna gatekeep everything instead of actually trying to help. Like, why would you do that? Why don't you use your knowledge and wisdom to help educate people that want to know and want to explore? Like, it kills me. Japan is fun. Japan is awesome. Well, how about you help us make it awesome the way it seems? We can educate each other, but you don't gotta be a douchebag about it. How about you stop trampling on other people's experiences just because you had your own? How about you try to help them and recommend something in a very civilized, political way?
So our trip to Japan was kind of horrible, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. We came ready to blow money, and we were not able to do that. Everything was so cheap and affordable. Michelin star ramen, $8. Street food, $2. Don't even get me started with the shopping and the thrifting.
When people come back from Japan, they give you the this whole spiel about I've never tasted food like it. I'll tell you the truth right here. You have tasted food like it.
Well, I haven't tasted such frequency and such quality at such a cheap price.
And it's everywhere. It's not like you have to go to one or two like really good restaurants. Putting the restaurants aside, how about the convenience store food?
Fuck me, dude. This honestly might be one of the highlights of my trip. Every night you go down, you get onigiri, sandwiches, actual whole meals. My missus went to 7-Eleven recently. Shocking realization how shit it is here.
So in general, what are we saying? Food across the board.
I'm craving an Ichiran and I think that says everything.
どっちの言い分にも一理あるんだよな。第2ラウンドは日本は外国人お断りなのか、ネキたちの意見も割れてるみたいだぜ。
As you can see, a Japanese restaurant has put up this no vacancy sign in front of their restaurant in Japan. And as you can see, to any English speaker, it says no vacancy right on it. But if you look directly below it, you can see that there's a little red text. And once actually translated, if you can read this, you may come in. Meaning that if you can actually read the Japanese, then you're allowed in.
Even though they cannot speak English properly, they are always willing to help. Like, I can just show them a picture on my phone or a map, and they are always willing to help, show you where to go. And I really do appreciate that being here. Also, I feel kind of safe here.
Was sitting next to some old people. They insulted me in Japanese, thinking I couldn't understand them. They said, Culinary, mite. Like, that's not cute. Look, I was like not sure enough to like call them up.
可愛くないってこれ多分褒めてるんだよな。日本語ってのは難しいぜ。
Also es ist schon so zweimal vorgekommen, als ich in der Metro saß, dass sich die Person einfach von mir weggesetzt hat. Ohne Grund. Es war so ein großes Gebäude, wo mehrere Bars waren und wir haben alle mal abgeklappert, wir sind da reingegangen und die haben uns direkt gesagt, Japanese only. Also die wollten ausschließlich Japaner in der Bar.
You see, when the sign says Japanese only, 9 times out of 10 it mostly doesn't mean Japanese people only. It mostly means please speak Japanese if you want to come into our establishment. Because if they don't have English-speaking staff, it's going to be really difficult to try and cater to you as a customer. And normally you'll only see signs like this in general in like more conservative areas like Kyoto or maybe even Asakusa. But if a business is reliant on local returning customers and they don't really need the business of...
See, Japanese racism is almost, it's admirable, right? Because like, they'll just be honest with you. Instead of beating around the bush, they will just tell you, we don't want your kind here. And I kind of respect it. Some restaurants will just not let you in because you're a foreigner. I'm visiting, that's okay. If you don't want me in, that's okay. The thing about America is, they'll just start making up bullshit rules. And every single month they drop a new rule to try to get black people to just stop showing up there. Do it like Japan. I respect that.
In the United States, I do feel that racism is worse. And this is my opinion, just based on my experiences. In Japan, racism is more like an inconvenience and kind of like a disrespectful thing. And people are less likely to do things to adamantly like hurt you in some way like they would be in the US. For example, in the United States, you could argue that there are people who are killed because of the color of their skin. In Japan, doesn't happen.
Are Japanese people racist? I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. For the most part, no. You're black in Japan. They don't see black people often. You gonna catch their eye. If you see a tiger walking through your neighborhood, you gonna look at that tiger. Like it's gonna happen. It's not a hate look. It's like, oh crap, that's a tiger. The entire time I've been in Japan, I haven't had one racist encounter or anybody treat me extremely like different in a negative way because I'm a foreigner. Actually, I've had people walk up to me and like, oh bro, you're cool. Or people walk up to me and try to initiate conversation.
So even if you don't speak English and the person that you are trying to talk to does not speak Japanese, even if it's a stranger in the train station, people are helpful. So between Google Translate and gesturing wildly, someone was literally always there to help me or communicate with me. I never felt like weird about it.
言葉の壁はある。でもその壁を越えてくる優しさもあるんだよな。
Up, say konnichiwa, sumimasen, and show them on your phone like the question you have or whatever.
Sushi overrated.
こっから第3ラウンド開始だ。寿司を筆頭に日本食のリアル評価バトルだぜ。
والله ببقى قاعد مع صحابي السوشي بينزل نفسي بتتسد والله انا لو جعان نفسي تتسد واقعد بقى اكل بالستيكس والسوشيات تقع وشغل المعاقين طب ليه دول
mucha gente me vaya a odiar por lo que voy a decir pero para mí el sushi está sobrevalorado o como se diga yo no entiendo cómo a la gente le puede gustar comerte algo crudo un trozo de pescado crudo hermano una gamba cruda y el wasabi eso como se llama o como se llame Dios mío qué asco esos sal a elegir hermano ¿Cómo puedes preferir irte a un buffet de sushi y no preferir irte a un bar o un terrazo y tomarte una cervecita y una friturita de pescado?
I can't be the only one that thinks that raw sushi is overrated. A shrimp tempura roll versus a fucking like spicy tuna.
スパイシーツナってのは生のマグロにピーからマヨソースをあえた海外で定番のロール寿司だな。日本の寿司とは正直別物だ。まあワインはどっちも美味しくいただくけどな。
Japanese cuisine is not top tier. It's not even top 5. Don't get me wrong, the food quality in general is amazing here.
Yeah.
Japanese cuisine is just not top tier. It's good, it's even great, but it's not top tier. The tastes are kind of like a little bit bland and kind of mush and kind of saucy, and it's not that varied.
I disagree, because the variety of it is amazing. You have like local differences. It is very adaptable to foreign influences. There's a lot of history in the cuisine here.
Well, listen, it's a controversial thing.
こっちの2期は日本食が過大評価だって意見について自分の考えを語ってるぜ。
One cultural food I don't like is Japanese. I don't understand why everybody else likes it, bro. I've had sushi, I've had teriyaki chicken, I've had the rice, the fried rice. It all tastes mid, bro. It's not good.
It's what someone with zero taste buds would say.
Japanese food is probably top 3 cultural foods for me. Every time I get Japanese food, I don't think I'm ever disappointed with the food. It's like always on point. I've never had a bad experience with Japanese food. So if you don't like it, I don't understand how you don't like it in this thing.
This might just be the most controversial bowl of ramen I have ever had, and possibly the most controversial bowl of ramen in Tokyo. Just so you know what I'm talking about, the famous place I am at is Ichiran Ramen.
今や外国人に定番の一覧だが、実はここでも賛否両論あってな。ローカル店に行けって声もあれば、あの独特のスタイルが最高って声も根強いんだ。ワイも食いに来て。
I love it. Don't believe everything you see on TikTok. Sometimes you just got to try it out for yourself.
See, the fifth part there was overrated and a tourist trap. And here I am having a time of my life eating all this good food. Are y'all doing that to gatekeep? That's all I want to know. Are y'all doing that to gatekeep?
We're at Tsukiji Market. We've been here for like, what, the last 3 hours? And obviously we went to some of the places that had the big lines, but this is your sign to go to places that don't have a line at all. I just went to this Wagyu spot, did not have a line, and it's incredible. Just because it's popular on TikTok doesn't mean it's gonna be the best.
日本食そのものだけじゃなく食べ方にも賛否があるらしい。話を聞いてみよう。
You can't eat or drink food around, like walking around. It's an unspoken rule, but it's a rule.
In Japan, which seem quite obvious, but eating in the street seems to be a bit of a gray area that even confused me. But I'm going to explain it in the most simple of terms. Eat it where you buy it. Japan is a country where being considerate is important, and essentially you don't want to be in anyone's way or making an unnecessary mess eating in the street.
Que miren, para comer snacks aquí en Japón, no puedes caminar y comer, así como estos. Tengo que comérmelos aquí donde los están vendiendo, y tienen sus botes de basura para cuando termines los tiras.
日本だからってどこでも食べ歩き禁止ってわけでもねえんだよな。場所やそのお店のルールもある。周りに配慮するって意味でのマナーなんだろうな。第4ラウンドは実際に日本を訪れたネキたちの話だ。期待以上だったかどうか詳しく見ていこう。
Everything was so intentional. The food, the fashion, the culture, literally everything. And the streets were so clean. Coming back to America felt kind of crazy.
What is the number one destination that you think everyone should go to once in their lifetime?
Japan.
Tokyo, how beautiful and elegant it is.
It felt like I'd gone to a different planet. The way people think, the way people are, it is wonderful. And it really makes you stop and think and assess your own self and your own life.
Why have I booked a week in Tokyo firstly? It's my first thought. It's too much for me. I just can't do these big cities anymore. I can't. The over-tourism here is crazy. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of Tokyo, I can't lie. Let me know any things to do here.
Okay guys, right now I'm waiting for the train to Nara. I've been there once before. It's the places that you see all over TikTok and Instagram with all the deers.
お次は日本の有名観光地への評価だ。カナダネキナラで鹿に囲まれてたよな。
$6.80, which is about close to $7 Canadian. To go from one city to another for only that much is insane. Canada could never.
Let's see influence 3 of Japan's most famous places. First is Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. I know that the expectations and what people show is a huge, peaceful bamboo forest. It's actually quite small, and if you go there after 8 a.m., it's super packed. Definitely go there at sunrise, whatever the time is when you go. In places, you might want to see aces just walking around, but that famous spot can get extremely crowded. Most crowded streets now are restricted to tourists because of their behavior, and also to protect residents' privacy. So this Culinary. So these things you walk through endless empty tourist areas. In the early morning, it's gonna be sort of crowded at the beginning of it. First section near the shrine is where people stop usually. So just continue up, and you'll find places like this. Very, very nice. These places are famous for a reason. The thing is that you need to visit them with the right expectations and knowing how to experience them beyond what you see in social media.
It's about 4:45 a.m. in Japan, and I was about to embark on a trip. What do you do, my man? Got it. Yeah, the shop.
There's one super touristy thing that's actually worth it in Japan. It's going to be a day trip tour to Mount Fuji. The ability today was perfect, and because of that, there were crowds literally everywhere, and you really had to fight to get your pictures. Next up was the iconic Lawson, which
富士山とローソンの組み合わせで海外でも有名になったスポットだな。あまりの人気で一時期は目隠し用にネットまで設置されたんだぜ。ここまで日本旅行の気になるところも見てきたが、ちょっと視点を変えて日本の文化やルールとの付き合い方をニキニキの話から見ていこう。
People talk about Japan being so rigid, so many rules, so hard to live here. I think if you're just, it has rules, but I think if you're just decent, you have situational awareness, I mean, it doesn't seem that hard.
Japanese culture is so considerate, very mindful. At select fancy-ish restaurants, they will have a blanket to put over your purse so that you don't get food on your purse. Purses do not, I repeat, do not have a spot at the table. They sit on a little bench. Don't reach out to shake anybody's hand. They don't shake hands, they bow. If they reach out, shake your hand, shake theirs.
I really hate when people tell lies about Japan and they try to hype.
ついに最終ラウンドだ。そもそもなんで日本という国でここまで揉めるのか、その確信に踏み込むぞ。
And found this random Russian lady who was telling us the story how she got food poisoned in Japan, and as a Japanese soul, I couldn't stay silent. She says that she went to Japan some time ago and got food poisoned with sushi. Of course, you can get a food poisoning with sushi because it's a raw fish, but sushi originates from Japan, and if you ever gonna eat safest and purest sushi, it's in its homeland, Japan. And the problem is that I don't know where she went or what she ate. She never says it. She never actually names the place that she got food poisoned, or she never actually says the name of the fish.
Tourism is big, but it's very, very concentrated. Everybody is just kind of going to the same places. If you just go a few stops away from Shibuya or Shinjuku, you'll find very few foreigners. So yes, there is a lot of tourists here, and maybe you may dislike that or not, I don't know. To me, living here, I actually don't feel much of a difference.
I realize that a lot of persons in Tokyo especially, it's overrated and underrated at the same time. And when I say overrated is that it's overpopulated definitely, and as a result people only go to Tokyo and act like, oh yes, I live in Tokyo because shut up. It can be such a good and wonderful place, and you can make so many connections.
ここまでいろんな意見を見てきたが、日本は過大評価なのか過小評価なのか、結局どっちなんだろうな。ワイはな、そもそも一括りにするのが難しいんじゃねえかと思うんだ。理由はな、日本には察する文化があるからなんだよ。言葉じゃなく空気で伝える。書かずに分かってもらう。その静けさを優しさと受け取れた人には、日本は温かい国になる。冷たさと受け取ってしまった人には、沿ってない国になる。同じ沈黙なのに、受け取り方でまるで違う顔になるんだ。そこにネットの声が拍車をかける。日本は何でも最高。日本は外国人を断り、極端な情報ほど伸びるから日本の一面だけが切り取られちまうんだ。だが実際に行ってみると、良いところもあれば気になるところもある。それを全部ひっくるめて日本を好きになったネキたちもいるんだよな。日本が過大評価とか過小評価とかじゃねえ。どこを切り取って何を体験したかで言える日本が変わるだけなんだ。ちなみにあれは母ちゃんの察し手が未だに半分も読めてねえ。日本生まれの相手も難易度高えんだ。
One of the biggest lessons I feel like I've learned since I've come to Japan is that our expectations are often what hold us back from appreciating the moment, appreciating things as they are. A lot of the time I think we have this perspective, this view that things need to be a certain way. When we are able to move past that, when we're able to appreciate things just as they are in the moment, not allow myself to fall into these apparent pits of despair when the reality disagrees with the expectation or the image that I have made.
Moving to Japan is way easier. Imagine that you have like transit and stuff like that it functions. Like you have convenience stores that are actually convenient. Like, that's a convenience store in Japan. You can pay your bill at a convenience store in Japan. I didn't know that that was a possibility. There's a lot of stuff here that's like way easier. Imagine it's like everything that I was told that like life was supposed to be as like trying to just function. Time was worth.
The Japan effect is basically when people make fun of how some treat the country like a utopia, slapping filters, emojis, and even fake locations on mundane videos just to make it look more Japan. It's partially a reaction to the glazing or romanticizing of Japan, so don't believe everything you see on the internet.
It's my last day in Japan, sadly, but I'm just so happy, y'all. Like, I feel like coming to Japan really healed me.
散々やってきたが、結局勝ち負けとかじゃなかったな。最後は日本に魅了されたネキたちの様子を見ていこう。
The aesthetics of Japan that they're really known for, but I think it comes down to the people that really make the culture so special. Like, but also like I experienced really traditional aspects of the Japanese culture, and I'm just so happy.
I just got back into Japan for the very first time, and honestly, it was everything I dreamed of. I've been waiting for years to do this. I need to go back ASAP. We started with Kyoto first. It was a chiller vibe, laid back, but still very Japan. Then we slid through Osaka. Architecture, the way the city was designed, the energy was just really interesting to me. Tokyo was a vibe. We stayed in Asakusa, hella dope view from my hotel, Tokyo Tower right there, and you could see the cityscape.
I was in Japan for 2 weeks, and I've been back in the US for about a week, and I think the culture shock coming back to America was way worse than the culture shock going to Japan. Because going to Japan, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone's so courteous, everyone's so nice, it's so clean, it's so quiet, and the buses, the public transportation's amazing, the food's so clean and fresh and delicious. And then I got back here, and everyone's loud and screaming and running around and not thinking about how their actions are impacting anyone. When do you get over the Japan depression?
Post-Japan depression is real, so I don't give a fudge because the thought that I was like checking in on my flight, and then I realized like, oh my gosh, I'm going back. I was acting like I was going to hell. It just hit me. It's like, I'm going back to the dusty, to the musty, to like the dirty.
So I'm at the airport right now. I'm leaving Japan. I've been here for 2 weeks now. Checked my bags in 2 seconds. I was in and out of passport control literally within like 5 minutes. On the buses, to the subways, everything is clean, everything's quiet. Ever come to Japan, clean, fake public transportation.
Can we talk about the post-Japan depression that hits after you get back? First of all, my sleep schedule is so fucked. I cannot sleep at night, and I sleep until noon. It's been like almost a full week, and I've been in this weird funk. I think I'm already ready to start planning my trip back next year.
It's been over a month since I was in Japan, and I kid you not one day has gone by where I haven't thought about it. What they say is true. The post-Japan depression is real. As far as I'm concerned, it's never going to go away. There's a Japan-sized hole in my heart.
以上、日本を巡る課題評価対価賞評価の大喧嘩を見てきたぜ。長い試合だったな。でも最後に一つだけ言わせてくれ。このリングで最後に残ったのは、課題評価派でも価賞評価派でもね、自分の足で日本に行ったやつだ。ネットで殴り合ってる奴らを横目に現地で飯を食って観光地を巡って行けばわかるって一言で形容してくんだからな。やっぱり自分で体験してみるのが一番ってわけだ。ちなお前らは形容並みの一撃を出す瞬間ってあるか。Y か。Y は半額シールが貼られた弁当を秒速で確保する時だな。その瞬間の Y の腕はゴムより速いぞ。最後まで見てくれてありがとな。コメントチャンネル登録よろしく。